epithelium cell in the nasal cavity. We mentioned about the pharynx, right? And let me go back to here. I want to tell you that uh, all the epithelium cell in the nasal cavity, they're all the same. They all the hair, so it's all PSC, pseudo-stratified ciliary columnar epithelium cell, including the nasal pharynx. And one thing different is behind the tongue here, oral pharynx, the foot pass by, say they don't have the ciliary, they don't have the hair structure. Laryngeal pharynx, they don't have it. But in trachea, under this epiglottis, they all had a hair structure. They can move the mucus up, and so the epithelium cell look like that. Pseudostratified ciliary columnar epithelium cells located in nasal cavity, and the first part of nasal pharynx, right? And stratified squamous, I mean, they have more strong to against the food is not digest, so it's related to digestive system is oral pharynx, laryngeal pharynx. When they go to the trachea, super part there, trachea, bronchi, they all belong to this PSCC. When they reach to smaller bronchial, this cuboid, don't worry about that. But when they reach to alveolar, it's kind of flat, and that is simple squamous epithelium cell. Okay. That's the one I mentioned there. Okay, using this form. Now we had some term here. This part we call nasal concave, 1, 2, 3, and we had a section. Actually, we call it superior nasal concave, middle concave, and inferior concave. And the gap here we call meatus, superior meatus, middle meatus, and inferior meatus. And when we had infection or cold or sinus, most of the flu coming from the middle meatus. And what the meaning is, concave is like a snake-shaped, the kind of structure. The meatus means duct, okay? The meatus means duct in the gap there. And the concave and the meatus will create air turbulence and allow air to stay a little longer. And we had mucus, we had hair, and we can feel the dust there. Okay. And okay. We are lucky in the Texas. When you go out and return to home at night, you clean up your nose, always clean, right? But you will go to the New York, okay, or you go to the Asia, busy like a Shanghai or somewhere, or Peking, okay. If you stay outside maybe 3 or 4 hours, you clean your nose, it's a lot of dust there, okay? So we don't worry too much about that in Texas. We had a better air quality. Then next thing I want to say is a mucus. Yeah, okay. They including lamina propria in this under this skin there, and then we have goblet cell. Goblet cell look like a cup, or we call mucus cell. They can secrete sticky mucus. And we had the bigger gland called mucus gland. They had surface, they had cilia. They can move, they can clean up this respiratory surface by moving the mucus from the low part and moving to up, and then we call mucus escalator, okay, from the low to up. Let me just show you something. On the surface of the trachea, you see under the electron microscope, you see another hair look like that, and that's the hair like that, okay? Then here's airway, and that's dust, that's mucus. We can move from a low part and going up. We have the mucus secrete. Okay, and this one we call pseudo stratified because it's not complete column shape here. So we call pseudo stratified celiac columnar cell. And here is what we call goblet cell, okay, or mucus cell. Goblet cell is coming from a word, a cup. They drink wine. Goblet means cup like that, the shape. Okay, and they drink wine. And so they call goblet cell. And mucus gland, this goblet cell produces small amount of mucus. Mucus gland is buried inside lamina propria, and they have independent tube and send it out. They produce large amount of the mucus. I don't have the slide yet. I'll get it on the sheet. And so it's different. Mucus gland is much bigger. Goblet cells isolate mucus cells. Okay. Yeah. So escalator means moving from low to up. And we also can feel the dust. We also had macrophage free moving around. We got alveoli. They can swallow this dust. So the low respiratory system from larynx area, trachea, bronchi, divided primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, smaller bronchi, and then bronchioles, just like arterioles, and terminal bronchi. It still cannot gas exchange. Only the red color here, respiratory bronchi and alveoli, they can have this gas exchange. And that's what I say here. Okay. Show you one more time. Okay. That with the light blue color, that means that is cartridge. Terminal bronchi still cannot have gas exchange. Only respiratory bronchi and alveoli. And they look like this. They have many chambers, but they connect together, and they have a tube we call alveolar duct. Okay, and this part we call respiratory bronchi. Okay, and above it we call terminal bronchi. They don't have this alveolar. Okay. All right, the larynx is an area covered by cartilage, and we call this area glottis. Glottis actually is opening, just an opening structure. The larynx will include 3 unpaired large cartilage and 3 paired. So it's 3 plus 6, totally is 9 pieces of the cartilage. Okay, the bigger one is styloid cartilage, and then cricoid cartilage, and epiglottis cartilage. Let's look at the figure first. Okay, in the front you look. Old guy, you had a little bit bigger thyroid cartilage. Okay, why you are bigger? Okay, because the growth of this cartilage, the lady also had it, is affected by androgen, by your testosterone. So during the teenager, you are enlarged and this size, and lower than it. But this thyroid cartilage is covered in the front, not the whole 360 degree. Okay, just in the first part. So from the posterior side, you can see the back side is nothing. But the second one called cricoid cartilage, the first look like a big the ring for the man, but back side is very big. So it's a circle. It's a whole circle. And epiglottis, actually the trachea is connect to the front, and when they close, it's very soft. You can close and create and then reverse V shape and make a turn in the middle there. So we'll go back to this one. Okay. So thyroid cartilage is a shield only in the anterior side. some people call it Adam's apple. Okay, that's a Bible story. Okay, they buy the apple and cannot swallow and stop it. Okay. Precoil cartridge is a ring, the whole thing. Epiglottis is connected by two ligaments to hyoid bone and a thyroid cartridge. And I would like to go, let's see if I missed a slide. I think I missed the one slide, sorry. Okay. I'll go back to the one I showed the epiglottis. So when the epiglottis cover this hole, this larynx, it's not a whole piece coming down. No, it will turn a reverse V-shaped structure. It will turn it in the middle here and to cover it. So it's so soft, and we call it elastic cartridge. Hyaline cartridge is the regular cartridge. Thyroid cartridge, cricoid, arytenoid, all the small one, trachea. Okay. Elastic cartridge, so soft, so we call it elastic. Epiglottis is one of them, can bend on the middle, and really tiny cuneiforms. And also your auricle or external ear, you put an earring here, yeah, so soft, okay, and the cartridge is elastic, and so you can bend it very easy. Okay, and this one it just focus on epiglottis. It's so soft, so I had to show you the regular hyaline cartridge in our lab. Hyaline cartridge is what? It's the cell called chondrocyte from NP1, right? Located in a place called lacuna. Lacuna is a space, and the background area called matrix. Okay, but in epiglottis, that chondrocyte is a partial of them, and it connects with the adipose tissue and the fiber, and it just partially isolate in area, so it can bend on the middle. And the other angle we can see is, okay, that is a chondrocyte, and in this side and this side, and we have adipose tissue and also the fiber, and so they can bend in any place. Like our ear, we can bend in any place because it is elastic. Okay, the key point is the chondrocyte is only located in isolated area, and your hyaline cartridge is a whole piece. So no way we cannot bend our thyroid cartridge. Okay, so that's the difference. Now let's see here, and so that is 3 single one. You should know that. I highlighted. You had to know this in the lab. Okay, 3 pair one arytenoid is just on the top. Of them, they had 2 ligaments, vestibular ligament and vocal ligament. Corniculate and the cuneiform is a small one. So I have to go back to the slide and show you. Okay, here from the posterior side, on the top of cricoid, and that's the pair here, that's arytenoid cartridge. On the top of arytenoid is corniculate, and on the later side is cuneiform. Okay, from this side you probably see better. Cricoid, arytenoid, the 2 ligaments. One is vocal ligament that create vocal cord, and on the top vestibular ligament. Okay, and corniculate is on the top of arytenoid, and cuneiform cartridge is on the left side here, and both sides. And then this trachea, the cartridge is C-shaped, so you can see part of it. Okay. And epiglottis kind of difficult to show that it can bend on the needle, and one ligament connect to hyoid bone. One ligament connect to thyroid cartridge. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one just show temporary same thing. Okay. Knowing epiglottis will have this two ligaments. Hyoid bone is right here. The hyoid bone is along a U shape. Alright, let's go back to this one. Okay. And so if you had a tricky question to ask you, how many cartridge in the larynx area, and your answer should be 9. Three single ones plus 3 pair one, that equals 9 pieces. Okay. 9 pieces of cartridge in the larynx area. And we look from the top to the bottom, we will see, okay, that's epiglottis, that's tongue, and we had a reverse V-shaped structure, and that's vocal ligament there. And on the top there is a vestibular, kind of difficult to see. We had 2 folds. I mean, the ligament covered with skin there. On the top is vestibular fold, and it's not much elastic activity, so relatively inelastic. It's kind of protect a foreign object to go into the glottis. And vocal fold will be highly elastic, and when they vibrate, they create sound. Okay. When the children is young, their vocal cord is slender, a little bit short, and so they vibrate will create high-pitched sound. So the boy choir and the boy are under 10 years old, they can sing high-pitched sound, right? But when they turn to a teenager, the song already changed to okay. Because the vocal cord become longer and bigger, okay, and so they create a lower sound, okay. And this vibration, we call it phonation. Vibrated before. And the sound is not only created by vocal cord, also created by our echo of our chest. We call articulation. I mean, our chest, all the surrounding area. Okay, so if you want to be a good singer, you have to have a big chest. Okay, so if you your body weight a little bit higher, don't worry, you are a candidate for good singer. Okay, every great singer had a big chest. Okay, because there is good articulation. Just like you play the guitar, okay, the string is what? Phonation, vocal cord. The box, the big box is what? Articulation, echo. Okay, so if you had a big chest, you had a good echo for your song. Okay, so you want to be a good soprano, good, especially tenor. Okay, you had a big chest. Okay. Anything infection in larynx, you got laryngitis, and sometimes you are lost your song. I lost my voice because you cannot vibrate that song. And here I want to say in the old textbook, it looked like vestibular fold and the vocal fold, it looked like the same level. No, it is not descent level. We cannot see it from this angle, but from here you can see better. Center part here is vocal cord, and the hole here, the opening, the hole here we call glottis. So glottis actually is a hole. It's not a special structure. And then vestibular fold is a little bit higher. Okay, little bit higher, and this one a little bit lower. Yeah, this one try the empty one. There's a vocal fold and there's a vestibular fold. Alright, let me see. I prefer to go to this one. You can see vestibular ligament is above and vocal ligament is vocal fold is below. They are not in the same level. Okay. Well, I think I can stop here. We had a lot of time for next week. I'll give you a quiz today, and let's stimulate your study. Okay?